Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of this Chelsea career mode on my YouTube channel. Before I get started, please drop a like, sub, and a comment if you're enjoying the series so far. If you watched episode 1, thanks for all that watched that first episode as well. So I'm just going to get right into it. People who have been watching will know that I'm playing a month by month basis on this career mode, this season career mode, however you want to call it. So basically the idea is I'll play the whole month and then I'll highlight the games. Now we've had a very good month, a very, very good month, and I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to actually keep these here any longer because I want to show you one game in particular, and you can probably see it up in the corner here, a 4-2 win over United. We're sitting quite cushy in the league. Look at the league table. We have played 7 games, won 3, drawn 4. Now, if you've seen, you actually see that we've drawn the last 4 games. But if you've seen the running I've had, we've no actually lost to the big teams. Last episode, I'll show you the schedule in a minute. West Brom sitting in the bottom. They've picked up 2 points from a possible 21 points. Sheffield United and Leeds make the bottom 3 as well. Crystal Palace, Burnley hitting in the 5th and 6th. Still early days. The big real shock, really. I know they've got a couple games in hand. Is Liverpool? They're sitting 9th. It's not really a shock because it is so tight. You can see anybody can drop into that top 4. Basically, kind of like what this season is at present. Leicester as well. Actually, to be fair, that's quite a shock. In Tottenham, Jose Mourinho struggling. So we're going to go into the schedule. And where I left you off, we drew 1-1 with Brighton, and we kind of continued that trend in the Premier League for another 3 games. We were away to Liverpool. We got a 0-0 draw. It was one of those ones. It's away to Liverpool, so a 0-0 draw away to Liverpool is a good result in terms of how good Liverpool are and where we are. Now the next game was Arsenal, and it was a pretty frustrating game. I'm not going to lie. This is the kind of games you want to win, and we just couldn't get ticking. So it was another 0-0 draw. Failed to score in the last game and in this game. But the good thing is we're keeping clean sheets. So there's every negative, there's a positive. And my camera has went out of focus. Wow. Let me just sort that quickly. You'd think I'd have that sorted beforehand. Yeah, so then we had the Champions League draw. So we have quite an easy group. No, Champions League draw. Here we go. We are 2nd seed. Some big teams here. So in the 4th seed, you've got Club Brugge, Marseille, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Ludogorets, Bakkensheer, Red Star, AZ Alkmaar, Rennes. So there's some big decent teams. It's actually quite a hard Champions League this year. Salzburg, Leipzig, Inter, Olympiacos, Lazio, Atlanta, not an easy place to go anymore. Obviously, then we're going to miss out on these big guys here, but then we could potentially get Bayern, reigning champs, Real, Juve, PSG, Liverpool. Well, we can't get Liverpool, Sevilla. I'd take Porto or Zenit. It's actually quite upsetting that Zenit's a higher seed than Barca, Atletico, Man City, Man U, us, Borussia. It makes us mad. Must just be for the champions elect kind of thing. So anyway, right, here we go. So Juve, Paris, Liverpool, Sevilla, Real, Zenit, Bayern, and Porto. So we might be drawn out last. That's where we might be. Atletico, Borussia, Barca get Liverpool. It's a good tie. Sevilla get Man U. Real, Man City. It's another good tie. We'll take Zenit. I said we went to Zenit. We'll take Zenit. Bayern get Shakhtar, and it's Porto and Ajax. So in this group, if we can avoid the 3 Italian teams and even Leipzig, it's a big win. So Salzburg's out, Lokomotiv Moscow's out, Atlanta, we've avoided Atlanta, Krasnodar. Tell you, if we get Olympiacos here, Leipzig, it's a tough game. Werner goes back to his old team, which will be interesting. Good tie for us, I guess. Inter, Shakhtar, and Bayern. That's some group. Then in this group, as long as we can avoid Borussia Mönchengladbach and Marseille, we have a very good chance of qualifying. So Red Star's out, Ludogorets is out, Club Brugge, Borussia Mönchengladbach's in Man U's group. AZ Alkmaar, group of death. Definitely group of death. Same with Club Brugge, it's quite a tough group. Now, we get Başakşehir here, so we're going to Turkey. Yeah, and that'll conclude today's Champions League draw. Yeah. If I don't say so myself. At Red Bull Leipzig, who were third seeds. We had Zenit, who were first seeds. We were second seeds, and then we got Başakşehir. Now, I've said that wrong, and I know I've said that wrong, so you can try and correct me. But we started off with a 2-0. We actually won our 2 games 2-0. It was at home, Zenit, and it was Callum Hudson-Odoi getting 2 goals. He's been actually quite decent for me so far, which is quite good to see your youngsters producing. Red Bull Leipzig winning 4-1 away, and then we had an away game to Leipzig. Now, I thought this would be our hardest game in this group, and we won it pretty comfortably. Kulusevski and Timo Werner coming up against his old team to get us 3 valuable points in this group. We've got Başakşehir next back to back, so we win both those games, we've qualified, and we can start resting players because there are so many games to be played. After the Zenit game, we had an away game away to Tottenham, and we drew 1-1. Christian Pulisic getting us in the lead, and then Carlos Vinicius scoring 20 minutes later to basically kind of keep the trend on how we were playing. I mean, we probably deserved to win the game. Ben Chilwell picking up an injury, but it's one of these things. It's away to Tottenham. I'm quietly confident that when they come to Stamford Bridge, we will beat them. And then, obviously, like I explained, we're away to Leipzig. We come back with a 2-0 win. And then 4 days later, I've just finished this game. We had Manchester United, and we also have Man City at home next. So we've got the 2 Manchester City clubs coming in. And this was a good game. And I'm going to show you right now. We won 4-2. Cesar Azpilicueta scoring in the first, I think it was the 46 seconds in. It was a nice strike actually as well. Kai Havertz putting us 2-0 up with a beautiful strike. Then Timo with a lovely chest down and basically tap into an open net. Then Mason Greenwood scored. I was making a substitution at the time. And then Callum Hudson-Odoi finishing off, which he has had a good, like I say, a good turn of form. And then Fred scoring a minute later. It was a very open game, but we basically run the show. As you can see, 21 shots, 13 on target to their 16 and 7. 11 corners, possession. We had less possession, but we actually controlled the game. It was a weird way it happened. Sometimes you can see here Mount playing in Azpilicueta. A lovely strike. David De Gea should be doing a lot better there, and gets us the first goal. Christian Pulisic again involved. Maguire leaves it to Brown. Mount to Havertz with a lovely strike. It is so nice. That is such a sweet finish. And then it's a long ball from Manchester United. Mount plays in Werner, who then just turns David De Gea. I think it's David De Gea that's seen goals actually. 55 minutes later. At 55 minutes, sorry, it's a lovely ball from Van de Beek, and Greenwood gets in that. I thought this was it. Oh, this is when we start to think, but we controlled the game. 89th minute, Werner out to Azpilicueta, into Abraham, who then finds Callum Hudson-Odoi, and it's a beautiful finish into the top right hand side. And then here it is. It's just another one. Ighalo into Fred. I don't know how he's been mad. I don't know who's that there, but that's basically how that game went. I know that went pretty fast. I would show you the other games, but I mean, it's 2-0 against Leipzig. It's 1-1 against Tottenham. There's nothing to really shout about. We have a relatively after the Manchester City game, we have a potential to pick up a good 6 out of 9 points. Obviously, I pick up 9 points from a possible 9. We could qualify for the next round, the round of 16 of the Champions League, if we beat Başakşehir, which we do have in this coming month. And then you can see December is going to be a horrendous month. Zenit, 4 days later we got West Ham. We then play Leipzig, which hopefully, like I say, these 2 games, we can rest players, especially for the Premier League. Then we have an away game to Burnley. home to Wolves, away to Leicester, and then we have Southampton back to back in the Premier League. It's just a weird way it's worked out, and then we're straight back into it. Like it just doesn't get any easier. But like I say, we've been doing well. I want to go to these last 5 games. So the last 5 games, you can see Cesar Azpilicueta has been the man with Petr Cech. Although I don't think I've played Petr Cech. I think that's under 23s. Fatty Arp's in the under 23s. He's basically just learning off the Chelsea youths. Reece James is on a good turn of form. Mason Mount, so it's good to see that these 2 guys are up there. Ozan Kabak, Kante, Kai Havertz. Everybody's been in relatively good form. Anybody on the opposite end, Tammy Abraham's struggling. Thiago Silva is struggling. But even when I say struggling, they're in the 6.8. It's still average, near closer to 7. I mean, if they were down to the 6, closer to the 6 mark, then you'd be starting to question, are they good enough for the team? Because Thiago's played pretty much the whole 7 games. Let's see, who else have we got? So there's nothing to really other report than what I've said so far. It's quite a short episode, and hopefully that the month of November is kind to us, and we can push on and actually start to build on this momentum. There's Liverpool's unbeaten, Man City's beaten, and we're the other team who is unbeaten. So it's a good start. 7 games in. I'm very happy with that. I want to turn those draws into wins, obviously, but you can understand why we've got the 4 draws. We've played big teams. If we can beat the weird teams and then somehow find a way to beat the bigger teams, we'll have no problem this season, at least challenging for the title. But that's going to be the end of the episode there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this actually well-run episode, if I don't say so myself. Usually there's always something. But next episode is going to be the month of November. Like I say, drop a like, drop a sub if you already haven't, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Good to hear from you guys. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 3. Peace.